You guys ready?
Yep.
Ready?
We're going.
We are going, some guy and John. And look, John's actually here.
Yep.
That'd be me.
John's actually here.
John's actually here.
So this is some guy and John.
With special guest Adam.
Oh, and Adam.
Adam.
He's
Alien
tagging along.
Covenant. He's a regular. Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant.
Alien
And I have
Covenant.
the,
AKA Prometheus 2.
Oh God, I have the tagline for this.
Okay. Go.
Ridley Scott walks up to George Lucas, hands him a bottle and says, "Hold my beer. I'm gonna fuck this all up every which fucking way I can, but I'm not gonna write it. I'm just gonna direct it, and I'm gonna make it look beautiful.
Well, he did.
And it's gonna look great.
It did.
You're gonna think you're watching something that you should be.
Oh.
But I already got your money because you're already here because I got my name on it. Son of a bitch.
Ouch. That
was a little harsh.
That was brutal,
Yeah. I liked it.
I've seen it twice.
You've seen it twice.
I've seen it twice. And for the first time, it didn't get better the second time. It just fucking got worse.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Okay, well, I ended up rewatching Prometheus just before today. We saw it tonight. So I sat and I watched Prometheus one more time.
See, I liked Prometheus.
I'm glad I did.
With all its flaws, but it was kind of a horrible movie. And this one just this one is like you step in a puddle and it pulls off your shoe.
Ouch.
And then for some reason you think putting your other foot in the shoe to get that shoe in the puddle to get that shoe out is going to work, and it pulls off both shoes.
Well, just like Prometheus was a prequel to the Alien series,
yeah.
This was the sequel to the first prequel. So this is the Attack of the Clones.
And there's
Prometheus.
There's going to be another one, and for me, I'm like,
sure there will be. It made money. You know why? You paid twice. They're making money.
For me, I'm like, there's going to be another one that's going to somehow tie up and link directly back to Alien.
Okay.
And fuck, how bad is that going to be?
We'll see. Okay, because...
But that will have Sigourney Weaver in it.
Wow, CGI version.
Oh, CGI version.
That's my
it won't. That's the thing, because it'll end, and then the Alien will start.
We'll see. I don't know.
Who was it? It was one of you two guys who mentioned something about Sigourney Weaver being in the next movie.
No, I said she wasn't in this movie.
No, she's not. Well,
you said she wasn't.
I heard somewhere that she's going to be in the next movie.
We'll see. I don't know. I think they're going to have to use the CGI version, but we'll see. But you know what? We'll see what happens. Maybe that movie will be amazing and you'd love it, guy. Who knows?
It's a possibility, but it really...
I can only tell you, I watched Prometheus before I watched this, and I'm so glad that I did, because I forgot so much of Prometheus, because I kind of ignored it.
Yeah.
Shortly after I saw it. Because I saw it, what was it, 2012, 2013?
2012, yeah.
Something like that. So it's been 5 years. So I kind of forgot a lot. So I'm glad I rewatched it, because this is definitely the sequel to that movie. And it picks up, not long, 10 years or so.
10 years.
I think that's what they said, about 10 years.
Well, they said 10 years ago it happened, so that's the implication.
Let's say 10 years.
Yeah. So let's get into the plot.
Well, okay. I got IMDb right now, which says, the crew of a colony ship bound for a remote planet discover an uncharted paradise with a threat beyond their imagination and must attempt a harrowing escape. That is what is on the IMDb page, so that's clearly what somebody at 20th Century Fox wrote.
Yeah, that's not the planet's not a paradise to start with.
No,
it's the planet from the beginning of Prometheus.
They think it is.
It's the planet from the beginning of Prometheus.
Spoilers.
Basically the same thing.
It's totally not.
No, I'm saying the planet looks like the planet from the beginning of Prometheus.
It is a different
all
planet.
Dark, overcast, New Zealand.
Looks like it, but it's a different planet. It is absolutely a different planet. Because, well, we'll get into that.
It's none of the LVs,
I thought it was the same planet, but
I thought that at first, but we'll get to where all of a sudden it was like, okay, yeah, this is a different planet. Because the guy kept nudging me. He's like, look familiar, as if to say, look, it's the same planet. Like, yeah, it looks like the same planet. I get it. Okay. And then, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour later, I'm like, oh, it is a different planet. I get it now.
Yeah.
But it had to do with writing. They wrote it, and then they showed it.
It was...
But we'll get there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
General non-spoilers.
I mean, that was the basic plotline. There's a colony ship of about 2,000 spores
Yeah.
and people that are being helmed on a big ship that's helmed by a crew of 15.
Yeah, it's half actual people, half embryos.
Yeah,
Which is
well, no,
which
it's
is
50, it's oh
No, it's
colonists.
embryos,
Yeah, the colonists.
Yeah,
but also like other people there, like the frozen people.
Yeah.
along-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half and half.
It's half
embryos.
actual people and half embryos, which is
What you want.
scientifically accurate for
Yeah.
colony ship.
What you want, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's 15 people that are just the crew.
The crew that run
And
it.
it's
that
going
do
to take
everything.
like so many years, like 8 or 7
7
years.
more years, yeah.
7
from
more
where we
years
pick
from
up.
where they are in space, where the ship breaks.
And all the crew are couples.
They
they're married.
Yeah, they
all.
tend to be weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that in a sci-fi before, but
It's
the
a little
movie
weird.
before, but it makes sense.
It's a little weird. Yeah, it makes sense though because they're going to colonize other planets. Presumably, the crew is not turning around and coming back.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they would be a couple. I
Yeah.
guess I get that.
And they'd have more of a vested interest in saving that one
Right.
person than just there
Right.
for the money.
Exactly.
You know?
So they are going along, and then everybody's in cryo sleep, like we've seen in a lot of these movies, like Passengers, for instance. Actually, it's kind of like the beginning of Passengers. The ship breaks, and Fassbender's there.
Fassbender's awake the whole
Fassbender's there
time, yeah.
because he's not a human being; he's a robot.
He's
But his
every
Walter.
every mission needs a good simulant.
Right, he's
Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah.
Not David from the first one.
Yeah.
He's Walter.
No, different robot.
Yeah, they look the same because
This
they-
one has a southern accent, not an English accent.
right. That is
And
the
he's more robotic.
yeah. He's a lot more complacent.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes to fix the ship, but there's an emergency. Some shockwave breaks the ship, so he's got to wake up the crew out of cryo sleep. So they all wake up. Danny McBride wakes up.
Yeah.
The celebrities or the main actors all wake up to help him fix the ship.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? The lead. His name was on the tip of my tongue.
Damn it, didn't even make pride.
No,
No,
Billy
not Danny
Cutler.
McBride.
Oh.
Corrupt.
Oh,
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
Corrupt.
Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
From Almost
Billy
Famous.
Crudup. Billy Crudup.
Crudup, yeah.
Yeah.
He's instantly become the captain because the real captain dies in cryo sleep in the
Yeah,
action.
and he's
Did you notice who that was?
I'm sorry?
You notice who the captain was?
I think wasn't it James Franco?
That was
Yeah.
James Franco.
That's
Yeah.
right. Which you know what? Happy to see him actually get killed in one of these things.
Yeah.
Like and this
If
is
you
the
don't
end
like
when he-
James Franco, this is the movie for you.
This
Because
is
he
it.
dies in a pain. And that's not a spoiler, because it happens in the first 5 minutes
Yeah,
of the movie.
he dies
in
painfully.
a painful way.
and he's barely in the movie.
Barely at all.
If his name's on the
Yeah.
on the poster, they should take it off. It's pointless. He's barely in the movie.
Well, no, he's in the online marketing
Fine.
because there's
But he
a
is
whole,
barely in this fucking
there's
movie.
a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of online
Should we talk
marketing,
about the
yeah.
online stuff? Because it's not part of the movie, but there are a bunch of short
No, there's a bunch of
videos.
fucking homework and
Yeah, that you're
movies
supposed to
shouldn't
watch
involve
before.
homework.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that had a bit of a problem
Yeah.
with. Was
I mean, I remember the marketing for ID4 back in '96, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Because you could see live on the fake news what was
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
and the aliens
And the
were
marketing-
attacking.
and the
I
marketing
love
for-
that because it looked scary, and I love that.
And like the marketing for Matrix was all underground and like
Right.
voodoo, like what's the Matrix? What's this thing?
What is this
Here's
thing?
this movie, super sweet kung fu stuff.
Right.
This was just like here's
like a riddle figure
Here's
out.
there's fucking homework.
This was homework.
This
yeah.
was homework, and they're like,
Yeah,
no,
which-
I just want to watch the movie.
Skip the homework, don't worry.
Yeah.
Just watch Prometheus first and then see the movie. That way you're fresh going in
Yeah.
with all the facts of who everybody is.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for that. That's what I did. Definitely do it.
Yeah.
Especially since it's a 5-year-old movie and you probably haven't seen it in a while, so watch it again because it didn't do terribly great at the box office. It did okay, but it didn't do great.
No.
It did enough to get a sequel.
Didn't set the world on fire, but it did okay.
But it did okay, and you know what? It's a Ridley Scott movie. It did okay. They're gonna make a sequel.
It wanted to, but it was so far off.
I like this one better than Prometheus.
I did too.
I like Prometheus better
Eh.
because it wasn't so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I like Prometheus better because there wasn't so much fucking laughter at how stupid the characters were in the movie.
No, I
Like
didn't.
left
I
and
didn't
right,
say-
people were laughing.
I
in this
didn't
movie.
say-
I didn't hear any snickering during our screening.
I remember snickering at certain spots in Prometheus.
No,
I was doing that this afternoon.
No,
And I'm
I
like,
was, but the audience was kind of like just going with the ride. When it was
Right.
over, you were kind of like, I see what you were trying to do.
It's an origin movie.
Nudge over
It's-
here a little bit more with the
I'm
story.
told.
I could
Listen,
get it.
I'm told
Yeah.
it's an alien movie,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
see Prometheus, and I'm like, Alien only really like the real Alien that I'm familiar
Yeah.
with only shows up in the last fucking frame of the movie. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah, studio.
I'm just like, it's an origin story, but it's an origin story that barely showed the alien that I wanted to see. I see, like, you know, the de-evolved version of it. I'm like, I guess. It's like, you know what? Would you like some ice cream? Let me get you some rock salt.
Okay, Patton.
Exactly.
Okay, Patton.
I'm going to quote Patton on this one.
Yeah.
Because he's right. It's exactly what it's like.
Should we just skip right up to spoilers?
Well, I'm talking about Prometheus right now.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. But, yeah, no, I liked it better
liked-
because I could actually see some fucking aliens in this one.
See,
The first one...
I like Prometheus. I like Prometheus more than this because it dealt more with ideas and a little bit of philosophy.
I hated that about an alien movie.
And that's that was fine for me because it was
like
like
that.
why
I'm contentious
it was
too,
like
what can I say?
why do these things exist?
It's an alien movie,
You know?
and I didn't need all that. I didn't need it in 1979 version.
Yeah, because it was.
I don't right, and it was awesome. My favorite, and you know what? I don't need it in at all in the whole series. I know they had to put it in there to say okay, we did the origin.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, I was a little confused at first. And I'm like, wait, who are these guys? Wait, they like us? They don't like us. Okay, they don't like us. And, you know, I'm like, you know what? Now we're going a little too deep into
Prometheus
this is
was
the origin of humanity. And
Prometheus was supposed to be a whole lot more because apparently Jesus was an engineer.
Exactly.
And the reason they engineered the xenomorphs and the virus to kill him was because we killed them. And they were pissed off that their creation did that shit.
Yeah.
And that never came across in the movie. And that would have made a great movie. That would have made a fantastic movie.
Yeah, but they didn't do that, so as a result, I had lost marks with me. Because I'm like, I still don't really get where they're going with this philosophical shit. Because it's an alien movie. I'm like, what was wrong with the 1979 version? Nothing.
Nothing.
And guess what? Didn't have any of this shit.
Yeah.
It was a lot, they were a lot more calculating.
It was space truckers that came across a fucking biological bomb.
Love it.
And it was fantastic. Yeah.
Best one.
And then Aliens was, oh shit, we can make an action movie.
Right, exactly.
So there are 2.5...
Get away from
three,
me, you bitch!
Yeah,
right.
There are 2.5, 3 good alien
exactly.
movies.
None of that had to do with the origins of the human race or any of that. And you know what? Didn't need to.
Yeah.
For the Prometheus thing, they're trying to go to places where they don't need to go. I'm not saying they're all bad decisions. I'm just saying they're places they don't need to go.
They're trying to assign some intergalactic universal meaning to the alien, and you don't have to.
They're trying trying to give it some more credibility than it actually is. It's just it is at the end of the day. It's a movie where you see aliens killing people.
Yeah.
That's it is what it is. That's what the movie's about. So when they try to assign all this extra like bullshit, where it's like, oh, there's a purpose for this.
Yeah, and then when they do it,
there doesn't need to be a purpose for any of this.
There doesn't need to be a purpose, but you can make you can make the purpose good, but they didn't make the purpose good.
No, I think
that's where they fell down.
I'm not blaming Ridley. I'm blaming the writing staff and the script supervisor.
At the end of the day, it is Ridley. I mean, if he didn't like the script, he could have changed. He could have
20th Century Fox. Do you see what Warner Brothers does with the DC movies? I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I have a lot more faith.
He has
no, it's like
power.
this. It's like with the DC shit in Warner Brothers. I have apparently more faith than a lot of in Zack Snyder than most of the DC fans who hate those movies. I'm just like, I'm not blaming him. I'm not going to rush
because he didn't write it.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
If he wrote it,
but he's directing it, so shouldn't he have all the last say? Not a big
he
budget
doesn't.
studio movie.
Of all my complaints about Batman vs Superman, the directing is not one of them. Mm-hmm. He can shoot a damn movie.
There you go. Bad editing.
Oh yeah.
But
again, the editing was fucking atrocious.
I didn't think the editing in this movie was particularly wonderful. I thought it was fine.
Let's get back on target.
Yes,
that's what we're talking about. This movie.
Yeah,
yes.
he did it before you.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
I didn't think the editing in this movie was particularly bad. I thought it was okay.
I didn't think it was amazing. The movie is a good, solid movie. It's beautiful to look at. It's wonderfully shot.
It is. Ripley's VP definitely did his job.
We still haven't really done the plot yet.
I gave the outline, but we want to finish. Yeah, so they on their way because they're going to a planet far, far away, 7 light years, whatever, away.
They get a signal from a human being where a human being can't be.
Right, and
so
then
they decide,
and it's not only just a signal,
and it's only
a
like
human
2
being
weeks.
seeing John Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Road."
Absolutely,
which is
the spoilers.
That's a spoiler? That happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but
whatever.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not a spoiler.
It's not in the trailer.
They get a signal.
And they veer
it's
off
audio
course.
signal. They veer off course because it's a planet that's 3 weeks away.
Yeah, let's just skip up the spoilers.
It's 3 weeks away. And when they
finish this first, then we'll do spoilers.
when they scan it from a distance, and it's only 3 weeks away, they find out like, wow, this is like really close to Earth, like dangerously. Like, wow, this is like really like atmosphere,
this is perfect.
gravity. Like
Yeah.
this is like really optimal. Like we're heading to a planet that we think is really good, but this is like amazingly good. You know what? Maybe we should just veer off course. Screw our like decade-long plan.
Yeah, that we
instead of going back into hyperspace.
Yeah, that we planned.
For some reason, really sucks because no one wants to get back into hyperspace.
Yeah, everybody's scared because of the accent. We don't want to get back into hypersleep.
Yeah,
they're like, but like, you know what? Let's randomly, you know, this plan looks pretty good. We're gonna scrap the plan.
And of course, our lead is
of going to the
logical
utterly
character,
vetted planet.
Except for a lead. A lead is the only one who doesn't want to do it.
And we're in spoilers.
Right,
Spoilers,
but the captain, the new captain,
Yeah.
is like, this sounds pretty good. This sounds really good. We should go here.
Yeah.
And she
Okay,
even
spoiler
warns them.
section, guys.
And she even warns them, like, we shouldn't do this. Like, we've been looking at the planet that is our original destination.
Yeah, we have a
for
plan.
decades.
Yeah.
We have a great plan to colonize it. It's all going to work out fine. We know what we're doing. This other place looks great from a short distance, but you know what? It's completely random. We didn't know this thing
She says
existed.
exactly. It's too good to be true.
It is too good to be true. Something's wrong with that. You know what? Let's just stick to the plan. We know we're going to be fine if we go
But
to that
because
one.
Billy Crudup really, really, really wants to be liked by his crew.
Yeah, he wants to be liked by everybody.
So which doesn't really fucking help him. They still don't like him, but he makes the
They're
decision.
gonna go
They're gonna go to the planet,
to the potential
so,
paradise planet 3 weeks away. So they go there.
So they go, yeah.
And they land.
It's
and
kind of a hellhole getting down to the
it's
planet.
kind of shitty. They blame it. They're like, well, the weather just happens to be bad today. No, it turns out the weather's like that pretty much all the time.
Yeah, and
the weather's shitty.
Non-stop lightning storms.
Exactly. It's just not good.
Yeah,
and they get down there, and then of course we see like that they're not alone. You know. I thought you said we were going to spoilers.
No, we are. Perfect note for this movie. Like I told John, stop hitting your head because you're going to hurt it from hitting it so much from all the bullshit that's
I was slapping my
fucking
forehead
happening.
pretty good. Like I can't believe they did this.
God damn.
Like, this is just stupid. Why are
I
they
will
doing
slap
kidding
your
me?
head for you if you want.
No thanks.
No, there's just so much
But I
of it.
appreciate the offer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, they go down to the planet. They find out. Oh, okay, it was the girl from the first movie.
Yeah, she was
Elizabeth
there.
Shaw.
She was the one that was.
She was
singing
there.
in the ship.
She made it there with David.
Yeah.
Because remember, at the beginning, or
But
at the end
before
of
they find
Prometheus,
her, they explore this planet. And one very curious feature: there are absolutely no animals or birds
no animals.
anywhere on the planet.
nothing.
Yeah.
Just
That
plants.
is immediately a giant red flag.
Well, not
Yeah.
anywhere on the planet. Anywhere that they
Anywhere
come
that
across.
they,
They don't
anywhere
hear
that
any
they don't
animals,
cross,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they don't.
But-
we assume, but they don't run.
They
into
head
one.
to the source of the
signal,
transmission,
yeah.
and it turns out it's coming from the ship that they presumably left in. Her
At the end of
and
Prometheus,
David
yeah.
on the
From
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Right, because he
It's,
says, I can fly you home, and she says, we're not going back to Earth. We want to go to their home planet. I want to know why they don't want us like us anymore.
Yeah.
Which is a totally stupid idea. But whatever. She's going to go into the heart of the society, potentially, that wants to kill all of humanity. Just to find out.
Just to find out, yeah.
Just to poke around.
That can't possibly end badly for her.
Right. So they land on the planet, and presumably she sends a distress signal at some point. I know there's a bunch of stuff that happens when they get there. And she sends kind of a distress signal, which is really her just singing.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it's definitely a distress signal, but I'm betting
It's
it
probably,
kind
it's
of
probably a
is.
recording of the last thing that happened when the ship crashed.
Probably, yeah.
And that's
Probably.
it, you know.
I could see that.
It would be like 10 seconds.
So anyway,
Oh,
they
she
come
was
upon
doing
her, and
the
they
crash,
don't
yeah.
find her, but they find the ship, and they find David.
Yeah.
And David's been sitting there walking around doing shit for 10
And
years.
David has long hair now.
Yeah,
For
they
some
grow
reason,
hair.
a robot's hair grows.
Yeah.
For some
he
reason,
can grow
robots'
hair.
hair grows.
I guess
Yeah.
the thing they
That
do.
seems really
It's
pointless.
really weird. It's
Well, no,
really weird. But
no, his hair grew so he could cut it to look like.
Yeah, so he could later cut it to
So
look.
he could cut,
I guess.
and that was
I
like,
don't know. Maybe.
that
but
was like there were so. It's like it's this movie is literally juggling,
It juggles a lot.
but it
does.
doesn't know how to juggle. So it lays out of like
Well,
David
they-
has long hair. His twin, who's the new upgraded robot, has like David has long hair from when he has long hair.
Walter
It's
has
blonde,
short
yeah.
hair.
Walter has short hair, so
Yeah.
pretty much as soon as they meet, David starts cutting his hair. So you're
He
like,
does.
okay,
He does.
we know they're gonna do a switch.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah.
they have to.
that was pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
We're
They
gonna
tell
have
you
that.
It is
We're
pretty
gonna
obvious.
have, we're gonna have that gun moment
Right,
where somebody has to
but-
decide who's who. We're
Right.
gonna have this moment or that moment.
But
and-
they meet David.
All they had to do was not have the scene where his fucking hair grows. Just have his hair be the fucking same as the other guy.
That could have worked.
Then you don't have the hair cutting scene. You don't telegraph it. You don't spoil the fucking ending of the movie.
You guys are into rewrites already. So
Yeah,
they
well,
meet
We'll go in
David
spoilers,
only
the
after
ending's
they get
fucked.
chased around by aliens that are xenomorphs.
Yeah.
The ones we know and love from the original series.
Yeah.
Are chasing them around, killing them little by little. David shows up and saves them and brings them back to the home base. The home base is like the capital city that is
Yeah.
filled with corpses of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original humanoids
It's like, is
with
it safe
no
here?
explanation.
Yeah. Is it safe? Oh yeah, it's totally safe.
Yeah, it's totally
Ignore
safe.
all the dead bodies.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
like millions of dead bodies
Yeah.
just laying around over there. And these are like the original like humanoid people.
Yeah, these are the engineers.
the engineers,
The,
right?
the civilization.
Or,
of
as I like to
engineers,
call
yeah.
them, the Statue of Liberty looking motherfuckers.
There they are. So he brings them inside and says, "Don't worry, you're safe here." And
Yeah.
then it turns out that he
Not
was
so much.
Yeah, and then are we into spoilers yet?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
spoilers.
Awesome. Turns out that David was instrumental in killing all the Statue of Liberty, the engineer people.
Yeah.
He was instrumental in killing them because he's got this sick fascination with this virus that they have. This virus that can make these little xenomorphs, to make these little aliens
Yeah.
that are just perfect killing machines. He's gone rogue. He's gone crazy. He's a little too smart for his own programming. Developed a really crazy personality. It's, think 2001. It's the crazy robot that has way too much control. He's that guy.
Well,
and
no,
come on, give me an example.
In Hal's defense, Hal was given conflicting orders and went with the best way to fulfill
Just
the mission.
give me a
regardless of
little
the vision.
credit.
And
I
there's
agree,
the great
but
fair
scene
enough.
where they
Yeah.
kind of explain it when
Yeah.
they talk when David
Fine.
and Walter are talking to each other.
Yeah.
And what separates the two of them is that David is allowed to be creative.
Right.
Yes.
David can create things.
Right.
Yeah.
Walter cannot. And somehow that is kind of what separates them because Walter will never have the idea, I'm better than humanity, I want to destroy
Right,
humanity.
because that's a creative
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
David
Creative
has
idea.
that idea. He says,
Yeah.
you know what I really like get into it, because I'm creative and I have my own interests, is making a perfect organism, perfect killing machine. Well, what
Yeah,
better
and his
than
whole
the
thing
alien?
is like we weren't created
than
to
the
serve.
xenomorph. Yeah, exactly. What
Because he
better than
thinks,
the
because
xenomorph?
that's what he's come to. And like in the
Right.
beginning of the movie, he's like, "Oh, you're my father. You created me. Who created you?" That's the question. I'm gonna outlive you. I'm better than
I'm
you.
better than
so
you,
why
obviously.
do I have to follow your orders?
Yeah, it's pointless. And I'm sure
Yeah.
he did the same thing with the engineer people, the original people.
Yeah.
And he decided, you know what? I'm going
better
to
than
wipe them all
because,
out.
Yeah. Well, he did. He
And
did
I'm gonna tinker with
Yeah.
my own perfect organism.
Well, he did the
I
chain
get
thing. He's
bored.
like, these are the people that created the people that created me. I'm better than the people that created me. Simple examination. You're kind of the same as the people that created me, so I'm better than you.
So
I have
let's
to.
wipe you out.
And it jumps up to. So I have to destroy all life everywhere in the universe.
And then create my own.
Yeah. And
So he
create
takes
my own, yeah.
this virus that they have that
Yeah.
has the ability to kill people,
Yeah.
and he uses its abilities to mutate to create these organisms. That's
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
So he creates these perfect organisms.
So-
now he's had 10 years to perfect this shit, so he can make this perfect killing machine,
And
the
his
xenomorph.
his only problem is that he did too good of a job of it because he has no, as he says it, meat to
No,
work with.
he doesn't. He doesn't.
But he stumbles upon the
You need
crew
people.
that
You need people.
He needs living organisms.
Right,
to
and
experiment
look,
with.
a whole bunch of people just landed.
Yeah.
So perfect. So I'm gonna start, getting them implanted with these
Implanted,
things, and then
infected,
with the
everything's
face
safe,
crabs.
yeah.
Thank God I saw the face crab. I love seeing it. I even pointed out, like, look, there's a drawing
the
of a face
face hugger,
crab.
the face hugger,
Face
yeah.
hugger.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
it's a crab to me.
No, it's great. It has,
Face hugger, I love those
it has
things.
a dual set of lungs.
I know, love
So it
those
breathes
things.
for you. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
those things. Those things are so cool. So I was
Yeah.
happy to see that thing show up again. Those things.
Yeah,
And
but it was so like
it was awesome. I'm happy to see that.
It was
Old
awesome.
friends
It
from the
was-
original series.
it was cool, but the problem with the movie is that. And I understand where it was trying to go
there are problems with the movie.
philosophically.
Oh, yeah, totally.
There are definitely problems with the movie.
But it literally destroys all of the mythos and the mystery of everything. It's just
I
crazy,
know.
crazy
And-
robot from Earth.
Yeah, created the xenomorph, and that's
creators
why.
and hates humanity, so he wants to destroy it.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm not happy that there is an origin story for this. I think we should have left it alone and just be like, there is no origin for this. We don't need.
Yeah, I
it's
would've
just one
liked-
of those crazy concoctions that came up on a planet somewhere.
Yeah, I would have liked the origin story for the alien, the xenomorph, should have been botanist exploring the universe, lands on a planet where they're kept in check by the rest of the planet, somehow gets infected, makes it back to a ship, and they get loose on other
Yeah,
planets.
there you go.
That's
That
fucking perfect.
That would have blown away Prometheus and this movie.
Yeah, that's fucking perfect.
But since we have Prometheus,
Yeah.
we can't
And
entirely
that's-
do that since we already have Prometheus.
And that's
in this
exactly
movie.
why I said Ridley Scott told George Lucas, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
fuck up one of the
No,
another
I know.
pillar of fucking
You got paid.
society.
To,
yeah,
you got paid
yeah.
to do it. You had to do it. Anyway,
Yeah,
so there's another harrowing escape where they have to get back to the mothership that's above.
Yeah.
And they eventually get back, and it's only Daniels, who is, I guess, now kind of our surrogate Ripley.
Oh,
Yeah.
she was our Ripley the
You
whole
know,
way through.
she's
I
totally
mean,
the
she
Ripley.
was kind of the one
Yeah.
who was making the smarter decisions.
The smarter decisions every step of the way. Why? Fuck this.
You know?
we have a plan. Why do you want to break?
She
that
was doing-
plan?
She tells them
Yeah.
it's too good to be
Yeah,
true.
she was also
Yeah.
doing most of the successful fighting against the xenomorphs.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
her. That's very much Ripley right there.
Yeah,
and they have these little callbacks here and there to the original series. So like they're on the ship.
What was some of those callbacks? Say, I
Okay,
know
they're on the ship and they got there's a spoiler. What they think is
No, we're all
Walter,
spoilers,
but
yeah.
it's David.
Yeah.
On their ship, and he's calling out to them on the radar screen where the xenomorph is on the ship, and they're closing off doors to try to isolate it. So they're running through the ship, and they're talking to him through the radio, and he's telling them, "It's coming behind you. It's 3 sections away. It's moving towards
Yeah,
you."
yeah.
That's right out of the original, right there,
Yeah.
where they're tracking this thing on the ship
And I
through
did,
the different
like,
quarter
I
and
didn't
closing
notice
doors
it-
remotely.
I didn't notice
Right
that. I
out of
told
that.
John when they're in the shower, the
Yeah.
girl that was up on the ship has a has
Yeah.
a tattoo of a cat
Yeah.
on her arm.
Yeah.
That's a direct callback to the original.
Yeah.
And it's just like
It's true.
there's
That's
just so
okay.
much like.
Hey, listen.
oh,
Every
fuck.
time she says the best line was like, "Let's blow this fucker into space."
Yeah.
It's basically
Ripley.
like get away from her, you
Yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically
It's her-
fuck all this shit, fuck all this saving
Right.
it, exploring,
Right.
kill it because we
Right.
have fucking work to do.
Yeah, like I gotta kill you. Like enough's enough.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta die. You know. And then when they have they're on a ship, a smaller ship, and the thing is latched onto it, and they have a crane on the ship because it's a crane ship. And they kind of get it in the crane, and they're kind of
And
fighting
smash it,
It's
yeah.
a lot like Ripley
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
loader.
yeah.
You
And
know,
she's like,
duking it out with the
give me
xenomorph.
control of the crane, give me this. But you have those.
Right,
you
it's
have
a lot
those-
like Ripley with the loader
Yeah,
and Aliens.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot like,
Yeah.
but you know what? I'm not complaining because I love those scenes, and I know
No,
why
that's a-
they're.
that's a
I know
good
why they're in
callback.
the movies. I know why they're callbacks because they're great scenes. It's one of the better scenes in Alien
it
is when they're getting
basically-
chased around and they're spotting it on the radar screen because it makes it scary. One of the best scenes in Aliens is when she dukes it out with a loader.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
main
yeah.
why not
problem with this
include
movie. My main problem with this movie is so much is based on like when they first like get there and they first have the
Okay.
encounter of the aliens. It's
Yeah.
because they're these spores that they step on
Yeah.
that release this
Yeah.
the black
This-
alien
this-
dust that goes into
yeah.
Well, it's the
All
virus.
they had
It's
to
kind
do
of a little virus.
was keep their fucking spacesuits on.
Yeah.
This movie would
Well,
end completely
here's the
differently.
thing. Well,
Yeah.
here is my big problem, which bleeds into every aspect of it, is this team of people that land on this totally
They're
random
fucking
planet
idiots.
are fucking morons. They're not
Yeah,
scientists.
they're-
No.
they don't approach this in a scientific
They're
way
like
at all.
They're
they're
supposed
like
to be
they're like
scientists, but they're not.
They're like
They-
70s
not.
and 80s movie horror people.
Yeah, they just get out, walk
Yeah,
around. They're
yeah.
like, well, we know the air is breathable, so let's get in there. How do they fucking know there's not some pathogen
Yeah.
floating around? They don't know, so they just get out and they're like, let's go trooping off into the woods and see what happens.
Yeah, it's like why aren't
It's
you
so
wearing,
stupid.
We're on another
There's-
planet. Why aren't you wearing spacesuits?
There's no
you have them.
There's no practicality behind anything they're doing. They're all gut reactions. Every decision, even from the ones that are the quote unquote smart decisions, are all very impulsive, completely
Yeah.
uneducated, and a lot of just like, let's just see what this does.
Yeah.
All of this, and with no protection whatsoever.
Oh,
Yeah.
none.
Nothing.
None at all.
Nothing. They completely landed on a totally random planet that they didn't know existed up until like a week ago.
Yeah.
When they first spotted it and they said, well, let's go there and let's land and let's just see what it's like.
Let's just see what's going
There's
on. Fuck
not.
it.
There's
Yeah.
no security measures. There's no chance. Everything's a chance, and they're all serene with it. Everything's fun.
Yeah.
They all just like they all make it out like it's a trip to another city in America.
Well, this
just like
movie-
we're gonna go take it in there. You know, it shouldn't be that bad. We know what to expect. There'll be air.
The movie
shit like
and
that.
the premise is a series of building impossibilities that lead up
Well,
to
you see-
fuck. It
okay.
looks good. That's all I got.
Okay, you see, in the first one, they know they're gonna quarantine it,
Yeah.
study it,
Yeah.
they're gonna like get real secure with it, they're gonna put on masks before they start
Yeah.
cutting. That's the first fucking movie,
And
and
those
they're
are-
trucker,
those
they're
are fucking
truckers,
space
They're
truckers.
space truckers, and they
Yeah.
need to do this shit. These
Yeah.
idiots are fucking intergalactic
Oh, these
colonists.
they're intergalactic
and
colonists that are
not
responsible
a sci-
for
not
Earth
a,
branching out
not
the
a
universe.
fucking scientists among
No-
them.
Yeah, no
Nobody.
logical
They're
thought.
responsible for the survival of the
Nobody.
human race.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they
no,
could get
they're
a-
responsible.
yeah.
They're responsible for
Yeah.
the survival
and
of the
everything,
colony.
and,
Well,
right? And
we
you know,
can't say the human race. That's what David said.
they got yeah, but they
Okay,
got they
yeah.
got the, they,
Yeah.
but they got to get the ship there.
Yeah,
So
that's
as a
their job.
result, they kind of
They're
are.
responsible
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Not
many,
one-
many, many
not
human
one
lives.
person on the
You think
spaceship
the person
knows anything
think
about
these
a
people who are
scientific
put in
method or
charge
anything. Yeah.
of hundreds of human lives would be pretty fucking smart.
Thousands.
Thousands of human
Thousands.
lives would
Yeah.
be pretty fucking
Yeah.
smart. You'd think you wouldn't
No,
have the 50
they're not.
biggest, dumbest fucking cunts.
Yeah, they're morons.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
them. Every single one.
Yeah.
And that includes, I'm sorry to say,
No, it does. Her
Even
too.
Oh,
Daniels.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
even Daniels,
Absolutely.
because you know what? She goes along with this shit.
Yeah, because she could.
I'm going to obey these orders, but under protest. No, bitch. You go out there and say, I'm going to wear a spacesuit because I don't know if there's a rogue
Yeah.
virus out there. Just because we can see that the air is breathable and the
Yeah.
gravity's nice doesn't mean shit.
Every-
we could land and find out
Yeah,
that fucking there's a virus everywhere.
every human chain of command has a logical way to subvert the boss's orders.
This not even
And this one, for some reason, just
not even,
doesn't.
It's not even that. All
Yeah.
15 of them just serenely go along with this stupid
Yeah.
ass, just like throw caution into the wind,
Yeah.
and call it like,
Yeah.
call it smart.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
one of them made a smart decision. And again,
Yeah.
that goes
None.
for our lead,
Yeah.
the one that we're rooting for. That goes for her too. She went along with this shit.
And
Didn't it say we should put on masks? Didn't say we should put on spacesuits. We
Yeah,
don't know what's out there.
didn't do any
say
of that,
we
yeah.
should stay close to base camp and study our surroundings before we start venturing out.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything like that.
Yeah.
So it was one impulsive, stupid, reckless decision after another, and because it looks like Earth, it all felt right. And it was meant to feel right to us in the audience because, hey, it looks like a jungle. It looks
Wait.
like any other movie where they go into the woods. It looks totally normal. No, this is another brand new planet we've never
Yeah,
even knew
and-
existed, and we're just going to go troops around.
for all that
With
Ridley Scott, the mind behind Alien, did.
I know.
You're like, okay, wait a second. So
I know.
You kept it up with Prometheus, where your protagonist was Shaw, a woman. Celebrate that.
Yeah, but you know what?
Celebrate that.
They-
For us, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but you know what?
because
They had some
Kick-Ass
science.
is-
They had some science and some like
But also,
Yeah.
cause and effect, and even in Prometheus.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna trash this part of the movie because unfortunately it affects the entire movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's an idiot. I still liked it better than the original, only because this was more of an alien movie than Prometheus was.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
yeah.
speaking
That's why I
Can
like
I
this
bring
movie
up
better.
just-
But these people were a lot dumber and just more impulsive than the people in Prometheus. The people
Yeah.
in Prometheus weren't getting into trouble because they were always making stupid decisions.
Yeah.
They were getting into trouble because they didn't know what they were dealing with
also
yet.
the decision for Ripley to be a woman in the original Alien movie.
Well, yeah, it was the
that was a
decision.
last minute decision.
Yeah.
that was supposed to be a guy.
Yeah,
So,
because Ridley Scott decided.
yeah.
Ridley said, I'm going to make it a woman. We're going to change the mold.
And now he wants to undo that almost intentionally
Yeah.
by agreeing to make these movies happen.
What are you talking about? He's making Daniels. Daniels survives. It's not going to be Danny McBride. Danny
Yeah, but
McBride is
Danny
Danny
is,
McBride is a solid character actor. and a very funny guy.
No,
but Daniels is our lead.
Daniels
She's
is
kind of
our lead, and
who's a woman.
Daniels should
I
have
just say-
known. Like
She's not as cool
everybody.
as Ripley.
Was anybody else?
Everybody's in it, but she's the Ripley stand-in, but she winds up being
She's not as
as
cool as
useless
Ripley.
as Shaw from the first movie,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
she gets fucked over
Exactly.
by David.
Exactly. She's not as cool as Ripley because you're right. She in the end
Although,
she gets
remember
fucked
Shaw
over.
in
Yeah.
Prometheus?
Everybody
how she
saw it.
ran away from the giant thing that was about to fall on her.
She didn't go to the
so
side.
She ran.
Charlize
Not-
Theron kept going straight.
Going
Yeah,
straight,
she
yeah.
finally at the last second she says, "Oh, I can go off to the left and it won't hit me."
Yeah.
Even Charlize Theron didn't figure that out. Like, I'm going to go in a
Yeah.
straight line. It's not like it's really tall.
No.
No,
Well,
it's
it's
not
actually-
that it's not very wide. You
It's
can go to the
actually
left.
called
I
the
was screaming
Prometheus
like, "What are you
School of
doing?"
Running Away. It's actually
Run to the
called.
left or the right.
Seriously.
Any direction
What
other
was
than
with that
straight,
scene?
you'd be fine.
Well, no,
God.
it's actually called the Prometheus School of
School
Running
of
Away
Running,
from
yeah.
Things.
It's stupid,
Of running
right?
away from
Of running
things.
away
Where
from things.
Just
if
run
you
straight.
go
Yeah,
to the
thank you,
school, you're taught to
Simpsons.
run in a straight line, so it will fall on you. If you didn't go to
It's
the
so
school,
wonderful.
you won't.
It's so
And even in
wonderful.
that movie, she didn't do that because she got saved by a rock. And the whole ship falling on a rock, and she's under it.
No, she went to the left, but then the ship stopped spinning forward and then
Yeah.
turned down
Yeah,
against
and
her.
she's saved by
if
a
she
rock,
went to the
but
right,
yeah.
she would have been fine.
Yeah,
but she didn't.
it's
do
just
that.
like,
She didn't do
oh.
that. But you know what? Listen, that was a 50-50 shot. She went to the left. She should have went right, but big deal. She still survived.
Let's
Yeah.
should we-
Charlize Theron was the idiot who went straight forward and was like, "I can outrun it." No, you can't, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
when they were in Prometheus, they were making they had a scientific approach to all this shit,
Yeah.
which is exactly what they did.
A
in
horribly
the,
scientific
It was
approach,
not
but
good
yeah.
science, but at least it was
Yeah.
science. They knew
Yeah.
to like quarantine shit. They knew to. They had an opportunity in this movie. Are we talking quarantine mode out? And then they don't do it.
Yeah, they don't.
Idiots.
They
They're like,
don't.
now just get them all on the ship.
Yeah, it's just...
And then they put a contaminated person on the ship because, well, he doesn't look good. He's sick. Maybe you should quarantine him then. I'm sorry, but you don't know what's on this fucking planet.
Yeah, I'm actually still emotionally
The worst
reeling
thing
from
about these
how
people
bad
is
this movie
they
was.
thought they knew everything. Every
Well, no,
single
it's like
one of them.
okay.
They thought they're
okay.
like, we'll be fine. Don't worry, we'll be fine. It's like going into my backyard in fucking, whatever, Minnesota or Michigan or everything. We'll be fine. No, you're on a fucking new planet, you idiots. Just because the air is breathable doesn't mean shit. I'm sorry, that's not enough. That's not enough. There was no survey of anything out. Nothing.
And there wasn't even a...
They just landed and got out. They
there
didn't put
wasn't
on
even a
spacesuits.
suggestion. Yeah, there wasn't even a suggestion.
Nothing.
There was nothing.
Nothing even to get shot down. To say, I'm not wearing that. That's stupid. Nobody
Yeah.
even brought it up. Nobody. 15 of them. They couldn't put a good, smart fucking thought between them. They're idiots. They can run and operate a fucking spaceship. They can't fucking figure out that you should probably wear the suit because you might get killed.
This is literally one of those movies.
They're idiots.
This is one of those movies that says John, Adam,
Yeah.
Steven. Maybe we should take a chance and move to LA and make actually good movies.
Yeah.
That's how bad this movie is.
It got.
Why don't we
it
just do
lo-
it our
it
damn
got let-
selves?
Yeah,
It got let down by the stupidity of the characters, not the cast, the characters, I should say.
Yeah,
I want to say the actors.
It just
The characters were
like
just
I
very
said, it just
stupid.
kept like
They were
like
just so stupid.
the first. I'll be generous and say 15 minutes. I was with it.
I was definitely with it, but then as soon as they landed, I was like, they lost me.
as soon as they're like, oh, let's go check this out, and they're like, okay, they're gonna go check it out, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna see like cool spacesuits.
Yeah, as
they're
soon as
not
they
in spacesuits.
Yeah, as soon as they landed, they're wearing all the same shit. They're wearing like jeans, basically.
Yeah,
So what
and
is
they're just
wrong
like,
with you,
what-
idiots?
You're
Yeah,
on an
yeah.
alien planet.
Yeah.
It's an alien
That's
planet.
stupid.
You are a scientist.
Well,
you should be smarter
yeah.
than this.
Well,
I
even
don't
if
think-
they're not scientists,
Yeah, I don't-
it's a planet that we've
Yeah.
never been to
They
before.
all they,
Why
they
aren't
all
we wearing
knew
spacesuits?
they all knew
Yeah.
to walk out with. Let's be honest. They had like cargo pants and like fatigues on.
Yeah.
They brought
And-
a
and-
bunch of big
and assault
fucking
rifles
guns with them.
and
They
assault
knew
yeah
that
and,
much.
and assault rifles and shotguns. They knew enough to bring assault rifles, thinking like there might be something scary out there.
Yeah.
They didn't ever think like maybe there's something in the air that could kill me.
Yeah.
Which in the end is kind of how it gets into two of these guys' systems.
Oh
and
god,
then,
that was
then
that was
Xenomorphs.
horribly bad too.
Yeah, because guess what? If you were in a spacesuit, shit wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
If you didn't
Yeah.
land on the planet, shit wouldn't happen. It was just one bad decision after another. But here's the thing: there was no
There was no thought given to anything.
No,
that was
there was no smart viewpoint to get shot down. Like Ripley was saying a lot of smart things that got
the
shot
whole
down.
time, the whole fucking time,
and all of them. And
that's why that made the movie so
right,
good.
because
Yeah.
she was the voice of reason,
Yeah.
and they kept shooting her down, so things kept getting worse. This. We saw one spark of that
Yeah,
when
when
Daniel
she's
says, "I'm going on record and say we shouldn't go to this planet. We should
Yeah,
stick
and
to
that
the
was
plan."
it. That was the end of it.
That was it. After that, she was on board with every stupid idea that happened.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
no voice of reason to try to guide any of these idiotic decisions. So it didn't matter how bad of characters they made some of these
like
people.
when
But like,
they-
of course, that guy made a bad idea. We made him into a bad character. He makes bad ideas. Of course. There was nothing to balance that out with somebody being the voice of reason. It was just us, the audience, saying, "No, you idiots, don't do that."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the problem.
There
Like,
was just us. There wasn't any voice of reason.
Yeah, like-
to get
like
our
when
Just
they-
like a
when they-
standard horror movie, I'm just like shouting at the screen, "No, don't go take a shower. Get out of the house."
Now listen, even in some of those movies, there's
some of those,
somebody
they have
who
more
says
judgment.
we should get out of the house now. We shouldn't go explore. We should split up. Even some of those movies, they've gotten smarter enough to say, "Okay, let's split up." No, that's a stupid idea. Let's not split up. And then, hey, you know what? That's exactly what
Yeah.
somebody would say.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they all get picked off in the end anyway because it's a horror movie. But somebody will step in and say, "No, splitting up is a bad idea. Have you not seen a horror movie? We're not doing that."
Yeah.
There's been enough of those callbacks in newer movies that make fun of old horror movies. And they're like, "Are you kidding me? We're not going to do that." Look at the Scream series, where they're constantly showing like, don't do this because that's always bad. Don't do this because that's
exactly.
The crew of this movie
Right?
should have watched Scream before they
Yeah,
they went
yeah.
on
No, the
the
crew
mission.
of this movie should have watched Prometheus. They would have been fine. They would have kept on
Yeah.
their regular plan A, and everything would have worked out great.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They watched Prometheus, everything would have worked out fine, but that's not an interesting movie. So we have to see
Yeah,
idiots.
It was just
idiots. They were just idiots, and there was one spark of smartness out of Danielle. So okay, she's going to be our de facto hero, but then there was nothing after that. There was nothing.
I'd have to say that
her brains didn't save her. In the end. It was her balls.
Like the simple problem with the movie is
Sucked.
that
The cast was too stupid.
no,
That was
the
it for
simple
me.
problem with the movie is that the writers underestimate the intelligence of the audience. Period.
Yeah, they just had
Yeah.
to spell
That's it.
everything
Yeah,
out.
Because
I'll give you that. But
For any movie, especially science fiction movies, especially
think
like
that- I
geek things like you say,
I think that's why they wrote him stupid.
if I got to
does that
go
help?
and do this, what would I do?
Okay.
And then they say, well, you would just do this because we have this plot over here. There's a whole bunch of like I told you, stop slapping your head because you're gonna hurt yourself because you're
Right.
gonna be doing it fucking for the whole movie.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Every step of the way, you're
kept
like,
doing
no, this
Yeah.
is complete
I
fucking
slapped my forehead a
bullshit.
bunch.
And you get that one spark of like, okay, she had a good idea, but
Then it never happened
she
again.
didn't act as
Nah.
her character would act in this.
No,
where when we landed on the planet, she'd be in a spacesuit, and
Yeah.
people would go, "Why are you in a spacesuit?" Because we're on a planet that we've never been to before.
That
That we
would've-
shouldn't be here.
That would have helped a lot for me.
You know, I
But-
order you to get out of your spacesuit.
No.
Yes. No. What? Some
kind of-
like I'm different than the rest of you.
Yeah.
It turned into,
Okay.
I said we shouldn't do this.
We're gonna do this.
Okay,
We're gonna do
that's
this.
it.
Okay, we're gonna
I'm
do
on the
this.
record
Okay,
now.
and then she-
Now I'm gonna be
Yeah,
dumb
yeah.
as the rest of you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. She got dumbed down with the rest of them.
I'm gonna have my tiny little sparks of
If-
we need to get out of here. Here's how we can do this. That's great, but all the while I'm not actually doing what I would have done if I if I actually was that character said we shouldn't be
Listen,
there.
I think
Yeah.
if they had solved that problem, this would have been a great movie.
Yeah.
If at the very least a really really good movie. If they just solved that, I think that was the one for me. That's the one central problem of the movie is that they were too dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and you know what? I didn't. I slapped you in the theater, and I after one fatal decision that was made, maybe might have been one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And I looked at you. I said, "Fuck them! Now I want them all to die."
Yeah, oh God, you kept saying that so much. I want them all to die. They're fucking idiots.
Yeah, because they deserve it. They
Yeah.
got it coming.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
so stupid. There's
Yeah.
not a brain among them. And even when Daniels tried to bring up some insight, he gets shot down. She puts up like no fight,
Yeah.
and then goes
Yeah.
along with the rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely stupid. Never should have done that. She should have been fighting it out with them. And you know what? If they want to be a callback, if they want to kind of reboot the series, which obviously they're trying to do, because they're trying to get people who had never seen, who were too young to see the original Alien movie.
Well, that's why I said like it's a
I
juggling act with people who. It's a juggling act with somebody who doesn't know how to juggle.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But you know what? The writing on how stupid these decisions were made, and that there was no. I'll be okay with the stupid decisions on one condition. There has to be another side to it. There has to be something to countermand that, or at least some opposition to it. And that should be Daniels. If she's going to be our new de facto Ripley, she's going to slide into that role. She's got to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
That's why we have to root for her.
Oddly enough, there has to be the cliche in this movie to make it good of the lead character that does everything right.
Or at least,
gets shut down.
At least tries to.
Yeah.
Because she was complicit in going along with these terrible.
Yeah,
immediately, she put up a fight for 2 seconds. Immediately said, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna do this under protest, but I'm gonna do everything and not fight at all, and not argue at all, and not try to nothing."
There's going to be nothing different about me as we go through this because I thought I established that, but I actually didn't because I'm still not doing those things.
Well, listen, I can't change Prometheus, okay?
No.
Because it's done. It was done 5 years ago. So since we can't change that, and since we can't change it, this is a sequel, so it has to build off of that. I can't change fundamentals in a rewrite for this movie. Just can't be done. Okay, Prometheus set up all these fundamental things that are going on as the de facto now origin story. So there's certain things you just cannot get away with changing in this movie. So as a result, this rewrite is going to be very simple for me.
Well, no, you can.
I can't change that they have to follow up with what happened with Shaw.
Well, no, you can.
You kind of have to. That's where they're going with this.
You can take the IMDb premise and rewrite the entire movie and make it better.
I don't think that's going to solve it.
No,
One.
It would because of what this movie does to the canon.
They set everything up with Elizabeth Shaw in the original, and this is the origin, and this is what's happening. We want to see 5 years later.
Not to be confused with Elizabeth Shue.
Right. Different. Not the second Jennifer from Back to the Future.
No, not her.
I need another drink.
Well,
do we want to take a break and come back for a rewrite?
Just a second. No. We'll finish it up. I'm going to be really quick. I promise you.
I'm going to be long.
I promise.
Because I have a whole fucking movie.
I'm going to be long, too.
Oh, my God.
I have a whole fucking movie.
Well, let me get through it really quick. Mine was going to be really, really simple.
Okay, so
all we have
we're
to do,
into rewrites now.
Yeah, we'll be into rewrites. All I want to say is you can't change a lot of fundamentals because it's building off of Prometheus. So you can't change a lot of fundamental things because it's a sequel. You just can't change certain things. You can't get away with it. It's building off of that one. What I want to change, though, are these people. Yes, they're going to make stupid decisions. They have to in order to get themselves in the situation. I understand that. They have to. However,
I know where you're going.
I need Daniels because she's our de facto Ripley. She's got to act as the voice of reason. She's got to be making smart decisions to countermand theirs and just like they outvote her. If they want to reboot the series, which is obviously what they're trying to do, just take from the elements you had in Alien, where Ripley was constantly said, no, that's a stupid idea. And she ends up being the smartest one there.
Yeah.
Just go with that. It works. We know it works. And who gives a fuck if somebody says, oh, we've seen this before? Guess what? It works.
Yeah.
Doing it this way does not work. That's it. That's all I need.
Let me interrupt you, boys. How are you?
Good.
We're good.
Who's got a lighter?
Oh.
Welcome, Donald, bartender.
Grazie. How are you, friends?
Donald.
Haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's been a little bit. I think, and they're gonna go along, and they're gonna want to have you make them a drink.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But they're gonna want to do that.
Can I get another one?
Yeah. Let me just.
One of these, please. No, have your cigarette. Don't worry about it.
Have your cigarette. You guys get started. I'm telling you, you can zip this out.
Do yours. I'm gonna hit the head. I'll be back.
All right, Adam, you're up.
Let's take a pause then.
You're gonna take a pause, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take a pause. We'll do.
I can take that long.
I don't know.
And we're back for the rewrite.
I don't know that yours will be as simple as my rewrite was. This is part 2 of Alien Covenant.
You want to go first?
I kind of did. Mine was just like, we need somebody to be the voice of reason. Even if they got shot down a bunch, I want to see that not all of them are that stupid when they make these reckless decisions, because that's what killed a lot of the movie for me. Was just the stupidity.
Are you actually saying that and that a robot from Earth is the reason and the creator of the aliens in the Alien
We're
franchise,
stuck with
you're
it.
okay with that? You're stuck with that.
We're
No,
stuck with it.
Your rewrite can skip past all that.
Prometheus. We're stuck with it. We're stuck with it with Prometheus. So based on that, I'm having to rewrite the sequel. On the sequel, I do want to follow up with what happened with Shaw. I would want to do that.
Okay.
So I would kind of go in a very similar direction, and I want to leave it open to the fact that all of a sudden, this one alien could become thousands or more
But
of
do-
aliens.
do-
So
do you-
I kind of dig the setup where they got all these
But
like
do you-
2,000
but-
people
but-
on board
but-
that could become hosts.
Do you want it
I
to
dig that
be-
too, and I dig the idea that they're going to another planet to colonize.
Do you want it to
I
be
dig that
so?
too.
Do you want it to be so specific that the robot from Earth is the one that creates the alien?
I didn't want it to be Shaw.
But you want it to be David?
There was only two people.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be either of them.
I didn't really.
You can do whatever you want, and that's
I know.
what I'm asking.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm using the tools that I'm given. I didn't really. I didn't really like the whole origin story with the engineers, the originals.
In the first place, you didn't like Prometheus.
So
yeah.
as a result, I don't want them to be instrumental in it. I dug the idea that a robot goes crazy because I loved watching 2001 and seeing Hal go nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I was okay with that, and I guess I kind of liked exploring that aspect of it. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with the
See, I'm-
setup.
I'm completely
I'm okay.
not.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. I'll go along with it. Again,
Yeah.
I'm pivoting off of. I have to deal with Prometheus.
Yeah.
So working with Prometheus as it is, I'm okay with the setup. I'm just not okay with these people playing idiots. And nobody is a voice of reason whatsoever with over a dozen of them at our
Yeah.
disposal, and a highly intelligent android.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't buy that for a second. Change that. They can still make dumb mistakes because they have to get themselves into the situation in the first place. But let's see somebody.
Anybody say we shouldn't do this? Yeah.
Let's
see
hear
our lead say,
my voice as the audience saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Let's hear somebody personify that on screen.
Yeah.
I want to see just like a lot of people in an audience in any movie ever. You kind of want to see yourself on screen in some form, kind of.
Yeah.
Somebody to signify with. I didn't really signify with anybody because nobody was thinking what I was thinking.
We shouldn't do this. We should do it this way.
Right,
We should
exactly.
Do, yeah,
right.
yeah,
And even
yeah,
if they
yeah.
get countermanded and told no, that's fine because then we get to see the problems and the consequences. That's a movie. That's conflict. I
Yeah.
like that. But you know what? When I watch the first Alien, I signify with Ripley.
Yeah.
So when she says, "Let's do this instead of this," I'm
Thank
like,
you.
"Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I would do." And then if she gets shot down and shit happens, well, okay, that's what would happen if I said that thing and it got shot down. Look, here's the consequence. I get a feeling even when some bad shit happens of I don't know, like that I was right.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good as an audience member. I mean, it sounds a little selfish, but I'm telling you, it makes for a good audience member.
Yeah.
And it makes for a happier person in the audience. Even when I see bad shit happen, I'm still a little like, I knew it, and she knew it too.
Yeah.
You know what?
That makes you more invested in it with the character.
It does.
It turns
No,
into
exactly. You
We
got it.
knew that was going to
No,
happen.
you got
but
it.
did
Exactly.
anyways.
I wasn't
Yeah.
invested in any fucking character whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I tried, and I lost it even with Walter. Because I was like, even this guy, idiot, should be thinking logically.
Yeah.
That's his point. He's supposed to be like the Spock of the team, the away team,
and
he wasn't doing logical shit.
And
That's
he
ridiculous.
he even says we're engineered to be more
Right,
utilitarian than
couldn't
you
fuck-
are, so
and-
but I'm
and-
not.
And I
Yeah.
couldn't even
Yeah.
signify with him because he was making
Yeah.
dumbass decisions too. So I'm like, I can't signify with anybody. Now I'm going to turn the guy and I'm going to hit him for the third time so far in the past 5 minutes and say, you know what? Fuck him. I hope they all die.
Yeah.
I hope nobody makes it out
I was
alive.
wondering
And
what
it-
you were
yeah.
saying when you.
That's what I kept doing. I'm like, fuck them. I hope they all die. They're all
Yeah.
idiots. I got no
Yeah.
one to signify with.
Yeah.
I got nobody to sympathize with. Fuck them. I hope they all die. All
I'm
of
not.
them. Don't
Yeah,
give a
yeah.
shit.
For every great movie,
You know what? If they fixed that, I would go along with every single other little thing. Even things I could nitpick about, but
Yeah.
honestly, that was the big thing, and that's what killed it for me. It made it like, this is kind of a shitty movie in the long run. Still liked it better than the Prometheus because I like the action better, I like the effects better.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that we're actually seeing xenomorphs and not just like the embryo stage of it, and that's it.
Oh, God,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. So on that note, I like this movie better, but that kind of the stupidity, and there's nobody to simplify with.
They're just
that kills it for me as somebody who's trying to just enjoy it.
When you watch it, they're too stupid to have gotten the jobs in the first place.
Who am I supposed to sympathize with?
Yeah.
Nobody. So
Yeah.
you know what? That kind of took me out of the movie. I really just felt like a spectator the entire time, and that's not what Ridley Scott movies are supposed to be about. It's supposed to be invested in something.
When I watched it on Thursday, when it first started out, when you had James Franco dying a thing, and like his wife is crying, the first thing I thought was, I don't fucking care.
Now listen, that's the other thing. I couldn't give two fucks about James Franco dying.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
Well, the effect it had on Daniels, I felt like I don't care.
James Franco
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was like, who are these people? I don't care because nobody matters.
Well, let me tell you this: if there was an editing hatchet job done, and there were scenes where Daniels was trying to tell them the right thing to do, and they were arguing with her, and they cut those fuckers out to make it a shorter movie, I'll say it's bad editing, and that was the problem. Yeah. But as it stands right now, since I don't know that version exists,
they spent all their time.
I'm going to say, you know what? It was bad writing.
They did viral marketing to try to get you involved in the movie about these people that are going on this mission.
They put stupid people in front of us, and they say, well, everybody will agree with it and love it because everybody in there is stupid. Mm-hmm. That goes back to them saying they underestimate the audience.
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
Completely underestimate.
I'll agree with that because there was nobody who was smart. And there was nobody I could sympathize with. Somebody I would like to think as myself is reasonably smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was nobody in this movie to sympathize with somebody who has seen all of these fucking movies.
Yeah.
There's nobody who has seen all these movies and knows all the tricks. Nobody who knows how the meat gets made.
Yeah.
It was all everybody thinking like it's a magic act how we do this. No, they didn't play to anybody. Not one character played to somebody who knows who were these plot lines that are pretty transparent in some areas. Like the fact that there was going to be a mix-up between Walter and David. Come on.
It's like I
You
don't
see that a mile away.
Right,
but guess what?
You see that as soon as he has long hair, and as soon as he starts cutting it.
But they treat us and they hang on it even till the very end. Daniel's isn't even a little suspicious.
Yeah.
If they made her suspicious and he tricked her again,
that would work.
I would appreciate that. That would work. I mean, that would work on me. If you can convince her, you convince me.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. They didn't even fucking try.
Did, though.
No, she looked at his hand.
No, she got him at the very end when it was way too late.
Because I
she
thought
tried
that
once,
was...
like all the times you saved me.
No, she looked at
that
it.
That wasn't a trick, though. All he had to say was, "Yep."
No,
that's all I had to say.
She looked at his hand.
That wasn't a
she
real
looked
quiz.
at his hand
Pop
and
quiz.
saw that he was missing a hand. Yeah.
He knew enough to just chop off his hand, and then
they did a bunch of shortcuts. She looked at his hand, saw that he was missing a hand, so it must be the same one.
Right, and
that was it.
And as a result, we're supposed to buy that too. Yeah. I didn't buy it for a second. Yeah. I kept looking at you like, when's the reveal coming? Because we know it's coming.
Yeah.
If she was suspicious, and and he just kept fooling her, and David Brown was like, it's clearly him, and just reinforced it. No, it's obviously this is Walter.
Yeah.
You know what? And then reveal at the very end, then I would have been better off. If you had really reinforced it that it's actually Walter, and if you could convince me, you just did a magic trick, and I appreciate it.
It's so simple. Don't have him grow his fucking hair. Have him have his hair.
I don't give a shit.
We'll get to that in yours.
I don't give a shit about the hair. I really don't give a shit about the hair because we know it's going to be a magic trick, and he fucking cuts his hair. Fine. But then show me the scene that you always point out where there's a gun and there's two of them, and are we going to shoot the wrong one?
Yeah.
Have something along those lines.
Have
and you know
something
what?
like that.
Then the hair cutting thing works.
Yeah.
Then you can reveal at the very end, no, we were wrong originally at the end of the second act.
Oddly enough, this movie
then that would work. And then you can use the hair cutting thing.
This movie needed.
Then it would throw us off, who see these things a mile away. Throws us off because we think we know, and then we don't. Oh shit, it is different.
Yeah,
and then they switch it again.
Yeah, this movie basically needed one more layer of cliches.
But they didn't. This did not play to an audience that knows these cliches. It just didn't. And as a result, there was nobody sympathized with. There was nobody smarter than the rest of the cast. There wasn't anybody for me to root for, really.
Yeah,
I felt I had a root for.
It needed another layer of cliches.
Yeah, I mean, I felt I had to root for Daniels by default.
Yeah,
not because I wanted to.
Yeah,
she's cute. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But I felt I had to root for her by default.
Yeah,
that was it. That's really
You
it.
were stuck with her because they made her. They
Right.
made her the.
If they
Ripley.
made her smarter,
Yeah.
that would have helped out a lot.
Yeah.
Shit ton more. A shit ton more. That would have saved the movie for me. If they did it right. But, you know what? The rest of it, I'm not going to nitpick because I know there's only so much you can change coming off of Prometheus.
Yeah.
How can you change? Like, this is an origin story. We know with Prometheus. You got to deal with that. That's now in the past. It's like if you're going to make Empire, it's got to be based off of A New Hope.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's got it. There's not a whole lot you can change. Yes, you could go with a whole new cast of characters if you wanted to.
So,
but
Adam, what have you got for the rewrite?
Okay, so I like this movie a lot more than both of you guys did, but I did have the same problems with that.
Okay.
In that they are too fucking stupid.
right?
They are scientists. Why do they not know they need to have space suits on when they go to an alien planet? There's one
Well, are
very
they scientists?
Well, even
I
if they're
didn't get
not
that.
scientists, they're on a planet they've never been to
there's
before.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
They don't have to be scientists to know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They shouldn't be. They're spaceship drivers.
the spaceship drivers.
Even if they're spaceship truckers, they should know.
They're the maintenance
But-
crew.
They should still know.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
it's a
that's-
spaceship. They
yeah.
got to know about
Well,
science to
there's
be
a-
the maintenance crew.
Wait, okay,
There's a medical officer, there's an
Adam go.
astrophysicist.
Let Adam go.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
for it.
listening.
Go
You know,
for
there's
it.
a medical officer, there's a doctor, there's an astrophysicist, there's all the usual smart people
There's
you
an
would
away
expect,
team, yeah.
in a way to expect in there. Here's my idea, and granted, this will totally fuck up the connection to Prometheus plus the connection to the next movie.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just doing this off the cuff, so okay. You addressed a lot of the same problems that I had. My rewrite, instead of having them be a group of scientists, have them be a group of college kids on spring break exploring the galaxy. And
You want to make it a comedy.
you still exactly still have Michael Fassbender there as the robot who's there to
Can
take
we-
care of them.
and-
He's like their RA.
Oh my god! Instead of really
Danny McBride is also
in-
still there, but
in-
he's like the party boy pilot who's like guiding them
don't
around.
want Ridley Scott to direct this. You want Wes Craven to direct this movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Yeah,
college
but Wes
or
kids.
Craven-
John Carpenter.
No, you
John
want-
Carpenter would be perfect.
John
for this.
Carpenter, because you want college kids at
Yes.
Alien Beach.
Yes, exactly. College
Spring-
kids at
Spring
Alien
break
Beach.
at Alien Beach.
Spring break at Alien Beach, and we would have all the basic
I would see that
cliches, all the basic cliches of them just being too fucking stupid for their own business. They're all loud, annoying, whiny
You guys
assholes.
here?
So you're just
Hello?
waiting
I'm
for
gonna
them
take a
each.
shower.
You're just waiting for each of them to be killed off because they're just
Let's
so
split
fucking
up.
stupid.
Let's split up and
Yeah,
search the
exactly.
house.
Let's just split up and search this alien home world. Let's go. You know what? Let's go off, get drunk, and have sex with each other. And yeah.
Are you guys here? Hello? I'm going to take a shower.
And at some point, yeah, exactly. And at some
there
point,
was somebody taking a shower in this movie, though.
there was.
They didn't skip that.
And at some point, I want like the big tough jock dude to
Oh,
go up to the
God.
xenomorph and be like, "Hey there, xeno dork. I'm gonna
want-
fuck you up. You
want-
ate my friend, so I'm gonna beat you up." And he'll just
Okay,
go up
so
to the xenomorph and
you
remember.
want-
Hold on.
You want
And
Will
hold
Smith
on.
and say "Welcome to Earth."
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
that? You want that?
No.
scene.
Hold on. This is what I'm thinking. The guy goes up to the xenomorph,
Okay.
about to kick his ass. And remember the scene from the Avengers
Okay.
when the Hulk grabs Loki and
Judy
just starts
God.
smashing him on the ground over and over again. The xenomorph picks up Johnny and just fucking does that to him again and again and again and again, and then just fucking eats him. Just like bites his head off,
I'd watch
right
that.
fucking off.
I'd watch that, but it sounds like what you're making is a horror movie,
Yeah,
not a sci-fi movie, and I'm okay with that.
a horror sci-fi movie.
I'm okay with that. Mostly
Because
more,
technically it has
less-
aliens in it.
Yeah,
so it's
less
still a
sci-fi,
sci-fi movie.
more horror. You know what? That's
Sci-fi,
I
more
think
horror.
what the first one was actually about.
Yeah,
It was more horror and not as much sci-fi. The sci-fi was so good
yeah.
that
That you didn't notice.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
That's actually
So if
good
you want to do
sci-fi.
that, okay, I'm going to be laughing my head off at some
Oh, yeah.
but that's okay.
Other than that, it's basic same plot threads throughout the whole movie.
Okay.
Still keeping, still kind of as the same. Still have the whole Walter.
Do you think people will take it less serious because it's college kids and spring break exploring
Oh,
the
absolutely.
galaxy? Okay.
That's part of the fun of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's my rewrite.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guy?
Wow, I thought
How are you
you
gonna
were-
bring spring break at Alien Beach?
Oh, fuck all that.
How you beat
What? Fuck you, that was a great
It's
idea.
definitely gonna be funnier.
I have what you talked about, embracing what we left off with.
Yeah.
I have Shaw taking the ship back to the homeworld of the engineers,
Yeah.
them trying to shoot it down, the virus
Hey,
getting
you know
out.
what, do for one quick second? Because
Okay.
wasn't this the home world
Yeah.
wasn't this their home world?
This was their home world.
This was their home
Yeah.
world.
This was their
Yeah.
home world.
Okay, then why you mentioned something about like doesn't this look familiar? Doesn't this look familiar?
He thought it wasn't. Guy thought it wasn't.
No, I said, doesn't this look familiar? Because it's the same planet from the beginning of Prometheus.
Which it is.
And it's the same Prometheus planet with storms going all the time.
isn't.
We're
It-
fucking
it-
all
it
at night
isn't.
and shit. But yeah.
It isn't.
Okay, but this was
their homework because they had this big like capital city which they didn't have on the Prometheus planet, and they had millions of engineers which they didn't have. What they had on the Prometheus planet was these scattered ships that had come to like colonize it.
yeah.
That's what they had. So they took one of those ships and went back to the homeworld because that's what Shaw said she wanted to do at the end of Prometheus. So this is their
Yeah,
homeworld.
that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
I was confused.
I didn't.
by something you said.
I thought at first I was like, they went back to. She didn't get off the ground, and that's what I thought for like the first 15 minutes. As soon as I saw the capital city, I was like, okay, so she made it. That's where all these corpses are. They're all the engineers.
Oh,
Oh, I get it now. Something happened. The virus got out of control. Turns out it's David who unleashes the virus.
yeah.
And you see him. There's a flashback where he's unleashing it,
Yeah,
and killing
yeah,
them all with
yeah.
their own virus or whatever. That's so it was their home world. She made it, but by the time she made it, he had already had his own plan in mind because you see them dock. That's their ship.
Yeah.
That's them arriving. They think, oh my god, they came back from the colony planet. They've made it back. Surprise, suckers! We got a human and an android, and we're gonna fuck you all up. And that's what he did. He had already like done away with Shaw. She was dead on the ship in his little.
No, she
Or
died,
no,
she died on the planet.
She
but
died on the planet. Yeah, but whatever.
Let's
But yeah, this one.
Go ahead, guys,
let's
go
get
ahead,
to
yeah.
mine and let's get to my rewrite.
All right, let's do
So
it.
our movie opens with Shaw and David showing up on the home planet, and because it operates kind of like a normal government would, they know what the ship is,
Okay.
and they're not communicating properly with the planet as they're coming back. They shoot it down. It releases the goo, the alien goo, and it interacts with David, who's a completely synthetic life form. And what happens is, as it interacts with him, is we'll assign a little bit of sentience to the goo because it seemed to have that in Prometheus. It could, because it didn't do one specific thing; it did a bunch of different things, and it evolves that. But the ship does crash. That's the opening of the movie. 10 years later, we have the Covenant ship coming along, and we still have like the engineers' home planet has been abandoned by the engineers.
Did you guys notice the? Or sorry to interrupt. Did you guys notice there's 5 planets in the system?
Yeah, and it's
And that's the 5 dots.
It's a space.
That in Prometheus.
Yeah,
that they're all looking
it's
for?
a space it's a spacefaring civilization, so there's no way to actually wipe them all out on one planet. But what happens is the goo interacts with everything on the planet, creates all these like it creates an ecosystem of xenomorphs. It interacts with David, who is a completely synthetic life form. When it does that, it winds up creating the alien.
Okay.
But we still have the technology that's of this planet, so it's broadcasting signals into space. We have the same opening scene from the movie.
Oh.
They still come across this thing. That song that Shaw was singing was a song that she liked. They get drawn to this planet.
Do the aliens become technologically advanced?
No. The aliens...
Because I'll tell you why. I think it's a good idea.
No. An ecosystem is created on this one planet.
Okay.
From all the life forms that were on this planet.
Okay.
And what we have is, like I said, a botanist from an exploration ship comes down. So from the botanist from the colony ship takes a crew down. They do their exploration, and what happens is, because you had David, and I hate it, but I'll give it this inside of the framework that we're given. You have the virus infecting a completely synthetic life form who's designed to mimic a certain kind of life form with the traits of the virus, which is engineer a completely aggressive, destructive life form. And you have this entire ecosystem that's developed over these years. They get the signal because the technology of this planet didn't die when the people did, because that's not how technology works.
Okay.
So there are still signals, random things going on, but they're completely random now. That's how the ship picks up on it, and they go and investigate. And they investigate because they're out in the middle of nowhere. We still have the same setup with the crew where the captain dies and he gets replaced by another person. But we do everything intelligently and logically. Let's go check this out because it's a planet that has an atmosphere and an ecosystem that might support human life. So let's go check this out. They land on the planet. They survey the planet from orbit, and it seems to be kind of really hostile. And they find a place, we'll say, up on a mountain, so they can be away from most of the wildlife and everything, and they go exploring down on the planet. It's basically like, what I'm doing is taking the purposeful creation and impossible creation of the whole alien mythos out of this, and having it be a kind of accident, people doing what they logically thought they should do, which is shoot down the ship that's coming back from the aliens' weapon plant, which is what Prometheus was, and having it have a negative effect. So we have this colony ship. They go down and investigate it. One of them gets infected with one of the things, and because of the actual Alien movie, where it was literally hours between the person getting hooked up with the facehugger, they bring him back to the tube. Okay, thanks.
You got 15 minutes, Scott.
I know. And I can do it.
Okay.
What we basically have is David's dead, but because he's a synthetic life form and the alien goo works, mutates everything into a biological form to create a killing machine, it happens to wind up creating the alien species inside of an ecosystem on the planet. So we have the homeworld of the engineers turn into the homeworld of the aliens, but it's actually a completely functioning ecosystem where they're kept in check by other things on the planet, because it creates a planet.
Okay.
The goo that the engineers shot down from the ship creates an entire planet, and the aliens just happen to be one thing on that planet.
Okay. I got you.
And the way that the story unfolds is that because we had David, because actor or whatever is so integral to the story, he happens to unwittingly become the genesis of the aliens, not thoughtfully become them and create the whole life cycle and everything. Because in this movie we have the eggs, but we don't have a queen that lays the eggs.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Exactly. There's so many problems in this. Like,
well, also,
if
you remember one of the Alien movies, they get on an alien ship, and there is a full, big, giant, dead xenomorph at a command console.
Yeah.
If you remember, there's one dead
what
big
movie is that?
Is that one of the
first one?
Alien Predator movies, or was that
No.
Are you mixing up the jockey with the engineers and
Yeah,
the
'cause it always
aliens?
seemed like the aliens weren't supposed to be that
I
intelligent.
know, but
They
there's
were just-
one. There's one.
No,
I
no,
don't-
no. They
Predator.
are that intelligent,
Well, they're
but
intelligent, but they're predators.
they're
They're not
yeah.
No,
fly
I
a
thi-
spaceship intelligence.
I think it was the first one. It's when they go stepping into the laser beams, the sensors.
Well, no, that's the
And
first one. But
Alien
okay,
Predator.
what I'm
That's
saying
the
is,
one. Because there was
Okay.
a xenomorph, a dead one, a big one, like green almost, at a command, like sitting in a chair. Because I think in the first one they didn't know exactly where they wanted to go with it.
Yeah.
Like the babies
Okay.
are the ones that are vicious
Okay,
and everything,
so
but
what-
the older ones are smart and they know better. So they can
What-
actually command a ship and actually run a ship, because apparently they were by the time we get to Ripley. By the time we get to Sigourney Weaver, they're actually piloting the ship. Because I remember there was one dead skeleton, big one, sitting in a command console, and they're like looking at it like, what the fuck is this? And they're walking around and they interrupt all the eggs. And it's the babies that are the...
no, that's the beginning of the first Alien movie.
Right,
and
there
that's
you go.
Engineer. But
Right,
that's,
so in the
that's,
first
that-
one,
that's
there's
not
a
an
big one
alien
that's actually-
flying a ship.
You sure?
No, it's the engineer. But what I'm saying
I'll
is,
have to rewatch the first one. I thought it was a
no,
Xenomorph.
no. What I'm saying
I'll
is,
rewatch the first one.
Wait, so you're
What-
saying that Ridley Scott had the idea of engineers way back in the first one?
no. What I'm
I'm
saying
not sure
is,
that I'll rewatch it.
What
I'll
I'm
rewatch
saying
it. I
is-
thought it was a big giant xenomorph sitting at the command console, like looking weird now, but
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
okay, I'll rewatch it.
What I'm saying is, we're gonna take this franchise in a logical progression from both sides, like, because in the way it's presented is David is the ultimate intelligence in the universe, and he's crazy, so he hates humanity and wants to destroy it. He happens to wind up wanting to destroy all life in the universe. What I'm saying is, we take that, but we destroy David. David only comes in as in the pathogen infects everything, and because he's a completely synthetic life form, which is my backwards explanation for the acid blood, it's just a quirk of how they work. The colonists come upon this technologically advanced planet because the aliens are just animals in a working, functioning ecosystem. They get infected. They follow all the quarantine procedures. They follow everything logically, but they want to try to save their person, so they want to bring an alien onto their ship. The movie basically ends with an alien queen being birthed on their ship.
Okay.
They don't have a way to destroy it, and they're hooked on the same thing of exploration because they are actual scientists. They figured they can control it, not knowing that if and when they land on their new planet, it's gonna break out.
Okay.
Because in all of the Alien movies, the Queen is the most fucking intelligent person.
Yeah.
The most intelligent being there
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And logically speaking, Queen gets birth first in anything. Yeah, that's my rewrite.
That's okay.
That's my
Like,
rewrite
yeah?
because I really hate the now canon fact that a crazy robot from Earth created the alien species
I know you do.
all on his own.
I know you do. You went to
And
great lengths to rewrite it.
I would take all of that if he was like, I understood their technology and I used their technology and we had big grandiose technology things on the engineer's homeworld, but the way they make it look, it's like he's running with fucking chalk and he's doing genetic experimentation and manipulation, and he's managed to make eggs, and I never realized how absurd the idea was that you had an egg that was as big as like a dorm room refrigerator, and all it held was, in these highly efficient beings, was a little facehugger. Because those eggs are fucking huge.
He's been working for 10 years.
Yeah, those eggs are huge. They make logical sense inside of a queen that lays them, but building them yourself,
He's been
completely
working for
illogical.
10 years.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get over the
I don't-
emotional
I
shock
don't-
of this fucking movie.
I don't know
Yeah.
that you will.
I don't know that I will, but it's a good thing because I know I could do better. Do you agree? You could do better. Adam did better. We all did better.
Well, thanks for answering my question.
Yeah.
But I did better.
Yeah. Do we want to call it a podcast
Yeah, I think
and
so.
get people back
I
to their
think
cat
so.
videos?
I think so. It's back
That's
to
it.
cat videos. I
Yeah.
think. So
Yeah.
let's.
Good
let's
night,
call it.
everybody.
Good night.
And